Welcome, crafters, to your TV. It's lovely to be with you today. My name is Rebecca Redican, and we have got a chocolate block set of treats coming up for you for our launch party today. We have got some real special goodies. Let me tell you that for nothing. Let me also tell you that we have got some treats online as well. If you have just tuned in because maybe you've been working or asleep, then you may well not know that we have our summer season sale at the moment, and you may well have already looked at it, right? You had a look at it yesterday, the day before. You need to go and head on over to our website right now because we've got new treats in there. So, summer season sale, you're going to be clicking on this section here and you will be able to see the picture of Leanne. Click on that and this is what you will be taken to. Areas up to 75% off. You've got bundles galore in there with discount deals like no other, and some of them are brand new. However, as you may well know, if you tuned in on the first day of the summer season sale, lots of these things sell out quick. So most certainly do seize the moment on that. Speaking of seizing the moment, shall we get a little bit of inspiration? Let's do it. We are here today with the lovely lady herself, Michelle.
Hello.
Hi, what have you got there?
Oh, samples.
Love.
Exciting. So these nesting die frames that we've been using are just fabulous. So we'll go straight into some inspiration for you. So this lovely easel card. They're just cut in some matte black card. They're just mounted up onto some fabulous paper with those flowers. And sometimes that is all you need. But then we have got this one. Absolute total contrast to the one I've just shown you. Just a lovely jaunty angle there with a few flowers, and they really make those flowers absolutely pop. And then we've got this one. I love this one. I think I showed this earlier.
Fab. Yeah.
I just love it.
That's great.
Yeah, you think, you know, you're going to be putting, I don't know, just cutting out mats and layers, but you're not. You can have so much fun with these. And again, quite simply, so that's just some black and pink card on there, but just looks fabulous. And then this one, so these have been inked up and then placed on that lovely card, some acetate behind it. And then again, I know I showed this one earlier, so this is Monica's, but I just love it. I love using them for your lock almost on front of your gatefold card.
Yeah. So
we're going to be having a play with these today.
That is just fabulous. Thank you for showing us those. Speaking of showing, we've got a preview coming up for you tonight that you are going to adore. I won't give too much away. Do you know what though? Actually, if someone reminds me before the break, message in to remind me, because I will forget. In the break, I'll do you a sneaky little preview video. All right? Okay, if you remind me. We have got so many of you in with us. It's Susie, our social superstar, with us this evening, and she's going to be looking after you on our social media. So get on in there, natter to people. Tell us what you're loving on the show. Maybe you'd like to message in and let me know if you have treated yourself to this in the past. Now, the first time I brought this to you, I remember being absolutely overawed by just how much was in it. And I'm going to tell you, you kind of don't lose that. It really is a spectacular opportunity I've got for you today. And if you've not seen it before, let me show you around this. This is your super sturdy. And when I say super sturdy, I mean it stands up by itself. It's happy to just sit there. It goes perfectly, slots onto your shelf, but it's also got the extra sort of added handles for a little bit of ease there. What we have here is your double zip design, so really nice and easy to open, and when you open it, we have got minimum 15 of these individual sections, which you can label up yourself so that you can organise all of your paper, including papers that are 12 by 12 inside. Now, these papers that I'm flicking through now, these are not just an example. These are the papers you will be getting, 150 sheets in total. So you've got some here that are kind of the cutesy ones. I'd say they're really, really cutesy. I love the idea of those on birthday cards. And then you've got total juxtaposition with really big, bold celebration papers. We have got so much in here. And I do remember bringing this to you sort of one of the first times I'd seen it, and the price on your screen that is now crossed out, I thought was fantastic for it. Today, though, it's $31.45 only. Okay, I just need you to sort of take that in for a moment. I am bringing to you this massive library of paper, which, yeah, you're going to use, you're going to get through, you're going to enjoy it, but then the reusable storage folder for carrying, for creating, for organising your papers in maybe colour order or season order. You know, we talk about kind of the Totally Tiffany storage hacks, don't we? You could do something similar within this. Today, though, it is just $31.45. I just want to put that in respective for you. Should be £90 or $100, give or take 5 pence or 5 cents. Should be £90 or $100. Today, you're getting it for just $31.45, let alone if you're platinum. If you're platinum, $25.16 or $27.96 on this. You genuinely, even for the price that we've got here, you wouldn't be able to buy the carry case alone. You wouldn't be able to buy a section of the carry case alone for that price. So it is well worth seizing the moment. I will let you know, though, that this is today only. Just want to let that sink in. Today and today only. So come the Cinderella hour, this will not be at that offer again. You'll be, you know, paying whatever price, but this is right here, right now, to seize the moment. So do grab it whilst you can. Quite frankly, we couldn't kind of keep this deal going for longer than the 24 hours because it is that spectacular. So it is for the day or until stocks last. Now, I've not just got that. If you do have it, do message on in and let me know how much you love it. Jerry says, I actually have 2 of them, which I think is brilliant. Jerry's saying that I'm using one of the holders for all of my projects I'm working on and one with for papers. Jerry, that's a great way of doing it. That's really good. So you've got one with your projects and then one that acts as your storage. That's really good. I love it. Julie is saying, I have 2 of the paper libraries. I grabbed them when it first came out. Well done to you. Well worth treating yourself to these. And whilst you're there, if you wanted some nesting dies, may I suggest these ones? This is one of our launch party treats for you today. It is our nesting frame dies, and we have got a selection of these for you to look at. So this one here, it's kind of hard to see just because they're so lovely and dainty, but if you look around the corner here, you'll be able to see lots of little crisscrosses. This is our cross stitch rectangle. And as you can see, you're getting 3 dies that will cut out these beautiful designs, also giving you a nice little bit of access for the likes of your sentiments, etc. I've got the rectangle, I've also got the square in here. And the same thing happens with the ditzy floral rectangles. Lovely open design on these ones, again in the rectangle, but also in the square shape. And last but by no means least, I have your scalloped edge. No, scallops, not scallops. What's a scallop? Oh, it's an edible thing, isn't it? A scallop comes in a shell, or if you're northern, comes from a chip shop. I've got for you a scalloped edge, a rectangle, again with the little dashed lines in here, which are really pretty, and they sort of they do cut through it, by the way, the dashed edge, just ever so gently. And I've also got it in the square as well. $71.95 or $83.75 for you today. If you do wish to treat yourself, now is a great time because we are going to be making with these as we go on. So seize the moment whilst you can. Which one are we going to be making with first off, Michelle?
So we're going to be using the Ditsy Floral Square Frames.
Lovely.
Had to say that slowly. So a beautiful size. So these are a 5 by 5. So let's just pop them out, and you can see you've got the 3. And each die has a cutting edge on the outside and a cutting edge on the inside. So you're actually cutting the frame out and not just a whole matten layer. So I've got some of our lovely glitter card, just some of the silver, and we're just going to pop that on there. And let me just bring in my tape. Oh. So what I tend to do, because obviously your tape doesn't stick very well to the glitter card, is I tend to tape it over and onto my plate.
Oh, good tip.
And then that way it's going to sort of keep it where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Let me just get another longer piece off. There we go. So I'm just going to pop this through, and then we're going to ink it up.
Lovely,
And I think we forget that we can ink onto the glitter card. So I think you think because it's coated, it's not going to take it, but it does. It takes your ink beautifully, and you still have that lovely glitter coming through. So it still looks fabulous. So just popping that off there. So you see, you get that lovely matte from in the middle. And if you've got it on there nice and straight, which I sort of have, you do have that frame as well.
Cool.
So I've got that frame, then I've got that inner piece, and then if I put my smaller piece in, then I'm going to get the frame again as well.
Great.
So I'm going to run it through. I didn't want to run them
Together.
both through. I don't know, sometimes I risk it for a biscuit, and sometimes I don't. And this time I didn't. But let me just get that last piece off there.
What biscuit would you risk it for?
Oh, a chocolate one.
What, we saying a bourbon?
Oh,
or a chocolate digestive?
Chocolate digestive.
Right.
Have you seen the chocolate orange digestives?
No.
Oh, they're lovely.
Oh, really? So the chocolate on top of them is chocolate orange, is it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can't beat a bit of chocolate orange. Chocolate. What, 12 minutes in and it's biscuits and chocolate already?
Already. Classic.
I think we've done well.
We have actually
well.
eaten our food. I had a yakisoba, you had macaroni cheese. we are actually full, but still
Yeah.
it turns to food.
I know. Well, what do they say? Food is the spice of life, or is that something totally different?
I don't know if that's a saying, but then again, I was talking about putting your foot on a tree before, like that was a thing, so really do not trust me.
So there we go. So you can see I've got, it's given me that lovely frame. So I've got those two thinner ones, and then I've got these lovely patterned ones. And then again, so I've got that square piece, which I could go in with the smaller piece again. And then you've got technically you've got 6. You know, as long as you're lining it up nice and straight, you're going to get those 6 come through. So let me just pop all my little pieces out. And it has cut through perfectly, but you will find that with the glitter card, because it's encapsulated, so you've got almost a layer of
coating,
sort of glue or adhesive. You'll have fun popping these out.
Jessica says, I've got the paper library for my daughter. She loves the paper, and the carry case is sturdy. Glad we picked one up. Jessica, that's a perfect word for it. Yeah, it is sturdy.
Yes.
This is not, you know, your general carry case that you'd pick up at your everyday, you know, craft store or whatever. It genuinely is very, very sturdy. And it's nice too because it's, you know, in our very well-known colours, so you're not going to miss it. Susie's got a very important question, and I agree with you here, Susie. Why would you call a cookie a digestive? It just does not sound appealing to eat at all. It's a good point.
No,
That is a good point.
Not that
I wonder if
appealing,
back
is it,
in the
really?
day they used to think it was actually good for your digestion, because it is like brown, is it? Sorry, are you telling the truth in my ear, Jamie? Jamie, our producer today, has just given us a fact, and it sounds untrue, but he assures me this is real. Apparently, digestives used to be, back in the olden days, prescribed by doctors. Before they had chocolate on, because you can just get plain ones as well. But I can understand that being true, really. It's like when they used to have posters for women who were pregnant to drink Guinness, didn't they?
Yes.
Back in the olden days, because it has like high iron content. So doctors did used to prescribe Guinness to pregnant ladies. Yeah. Well, I never. Oh, we learn something new every day.
Well, I mean, some of the things that they used to prescribe for you in the olden days, obviously to help you with stress or this, that or the other, you look now and you think,
who came up with that idea?
Who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah. Hello to Cheryl, who says, I have the paper library. I love it, especially the storage. Yeah, the storage is extra special, isn't it? Really it is.
Yeah, I love that. I have got a couple of those, I must admit. Or maybe I shouldn't admit, but you put in all your papers in those. And you can get so much in there. You really can.
And it's the fabulous storage. You're not even paying for that today at the price we're bringing. Lynn has said the paper library is really worth getting at that fantastic price. I have one already, but I may just need another one. I think for the price we're doing, it's well, I know for a fact, for the price we're doing it, it's well worth it. We are almost paying you to take it off our hands at this point. That's how like mega the deal is. It really is sensational, and as I say, it is for today and today only. And speaking of today and today only, hello to Sarah Brown, aka likes to sit in her sofa. Sarah, or future Sarah as I like to call her, saying hello again everyone from Melbourne, Australia. Yep, it's now Wednesday morning. Good morning, future Sarah. I hope your Wednesday holds lots of excitement, lots of rest, and maybe a bit of crafting. Hope you're having a lovely day. Do let us know if you're watching us, what you're up to. Anyone making anything, feel free to get in touch on our socials, and Susie will pass on your message.
So I was using my my pale fig. But it wasn't coming through enough, so I've swapped to my crushed velvet.
Lovely.
I think because it's with it just being the glitter card, you sort of need the darker purple to make it look, to have it pop through. So the darker purple to give you the effect of the lighter purple.
Great, and that's your water reactive, which we do have an offer on today, and it does include the crushed velvet. So just have a little nosy at that if you fancy some.
So I'm going to use my tacky glue for the... Oh, it's so hard when it's double-sided as to which side to use.
I'd have done the other one, I would.
So let's pop this on here.
One thing I will mention about the difficulty of picking your favourite side is the paper library, they're all one-sided, so you don't have to have that choice. You just get 150 different designs and prints. So that can make your life a little bit easier on occasion.
Absolute bonus, isn't it, that? Right, so I have got, this is going to be my card base, and if I just pop it open, you can see it's just like a house shape. And so it's 12 inches long, and we've got it at 6 inches wide. I've scored it at 6 inches and 9 inches. And then from your end to there and there, you're just gonna cut that diagonal off. And then this is, so this is your 3 inches up, so 3, 6, 9. And then, so from your 6, 3 to your 6, just going to score all the way across, and then you're just going to fold it in. It's almost like the pop-up element that we've got in our pop-up dies.
Yes.
So you're just going to create that shape. Very nice and simple to put together, but a nice, lovely, effective card when you've put it together and it's all done. And again, these dies just lend themselves to any shape card that you're making. Any card, any box.
Lovely.
Your home decor. Really just make whatever you're going to use with them, just pop.
The fabulous Vicky's gotten in touch. You know Vicky Butterfield. Hiya Vicky, hope your day's going well. Vicky's talking about the paper library, saying, I just got mine. I plan on using it to hold all of the folding papers. So, for example, iris folding and tea bag folding. That's a great idea.
Perfect. Yeah.
Really good idea. Because again, I know I keep saying it, but the paper's obviously fabulous. But you know, once you use that storage element is just it's really good quality. And I do think if you've not had one before, you know, people using words like sturdy, and I definitely agree with that with this. Tim, quick question to Michelle. Go ahead, Tim. I couldn't find a link for the different cards for yesterday's show. I was asking about, and you were kindly going to do this. Not sure if you had the time. Can you remember what Tim's talking about, Michelle? Feel free to be honest.
There was a card base, I think, unless it was the craft along.
Was it the craft along?
If it was the craft along measurements, I haven't had time. I do have them. I've got them all wrote down. I just didn't have time by the time I got back last night, and I've been so busy today. But I will be popping them on there. I've actually got a reminder on my phone, so I won't have to put everything in my phone. Like wake up, brush your teeth, brush your hair. No, I'm not that bad, but nearly. So I have reminders in my phone for everything.
I am exactly the
Sometimes I have reminders for my reminders.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I have a reminder to put the bin out, everything. Honestly.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
I also put a reminder in the day before a reminder goes off to remind me that reminder is going to go off tomorrow. I do.
Exactly the same. It's because sometimes I need that extra advance warning of what's coming up, yeah?
Completely, yeah. Yeah, and bins is another one. It's the same day every single week, but it's always a reminder in there.
Yes. So I haven't forgot, and I absolutely will get them on there. Definitely.
Tim says it was the various card bases. Thank you, Michelle.
Oh yes, because we was talking about, and I was saying that there is, I think on our website somewhere there's card bases, and I said I would have a look.
Got you.
And if I could find it, pop the link on. So yes.
We shall keep our peepers peeled.
Right, so another piece of that paper, I'm just going to pop that behind there. So that is my base. So using those bits that would have been my waist as well, just to decorate that up. I've put that middle piece on some foam pads, and then we're just going to pop this bit together. And dotty tape pen. So do I need the dotty actually? Oh, I don't. Tell you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a little bit of this. Oh no, I tell you what, do you know, I've got every glue next to me. Sometimes, you know, too much choice.
Tim has said that he's on our team. He also has reminders for everything.
The thing is, I do have a shocking memory. I really do. So I would hate to, well, not just forget, you know, like general things, but when my kids remind me of certain stuff that they're doing, I forget all the time. So I have to have those reminders there, because you don't want to let people down, do you?
No.
Right, so that is going to go on there, and then I think we're going to mat and layer that one in the middle. So it's just this piece here that I need to glue. And again, this is quite a nice and simple card base to make, but very, very effective. Just totally different to what you normally see, so it looks fabulous.
Tim is saying, to stamp onto vellum or glitter card, what's the best ink to use as not to smudge?
So I would use your quick dry if you're going to stamp onto either of those. And you will find, so even with your quick dry, a vellum, it's not going to, so you're going to maybe need to either force dry it with your heat gun or emboss it, so with your embossing powder. So use an opaque ink pad and then heat emboss it, because it sets it better on your vellum. I mean, you can get printable vellum as well, so you know you can print onto it. But then, so sort of a coated cardstock, it's going to take a little bit longer to dry because it's got that coating on top, so your ink's not going to sink in. So you might need to leave it a little longer to dry, or again, force dry it with your heat gun. So even your quick dries, because they're going to sit on top for a lot longer. Hence why I always end up with fingerprints everywhere. So, but yeah, that's what I would say is the best
Lovely.
way. Right, so these ones on foam pad again. Just some of them, you know, being more flat, some of them on foam pads. Again, it's that lovely depth, those different depths and dimensions that I love to see on a card. It just adds that extra interest.
Yeah, for sure.
So, see what I mean about fingerprints?
Yeah, I did notice that.
You can't see them on the camera. I shouldn't have pointed them out, should I? There we go. So, so that is that. It's going to stand like that,
Oh,
but
pretty.
I'm not done. So I've got a little box of goodies.
Oh, what's in
fingerprints,
here?
just a minute.
Oh, wow.
So I have got...
You'd be a rubbish burglar, wouldn't you?
I know, wouldn't I?
Fingerprints everywhere. Oh, look at that.
So I made these before I came up, and I made a little box for them to go in. So these are the Sharon Callis quilling flowers. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to take these out of here.
We did have some decoupage flowers on today if you want to do something similar.
We did, and I don't know why I didn't use those on this, because obviously it would have all tied in a little bit better, but never mind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So, oh, I have my heat gun on. Oh, I do. So I'm going to use my glue gun for this. I normally always use my glue gun if I've got any quilling flowers, things like that to go on here. So pop that on there. Careful of my fingers. Concentrating. Colouring and using a glue gun. You can't speak at the same time. Let's just pop that down.
I've got a carnival party to go to next month.
Oh.
And so I've just had delivered yesterday a mammoth amount of feathers and I'm crafting a big headpiece. I have had to order a lot of glue guns. I know full well, I'm back in on Saturday, I know full well that by then I will have no fingerprints. Yes. I will be absolutely fingerprintless. All fun and games.
Well, you see, even though I do leave fingerprints everywhere, to be fair, you know, there's no identifiable marks on them because they've all been burnt off by the glue gun.
Yeah, do be careful with your glue gun. Do be
Yes.
careful.
No, ours is actually a lot better. I do have like a glue gun at home, but honest to God, it gets so hot that even I don't want to use it.
Yeah.
But this one is brilliant.
Yeah.
It doesn't burn right down to the bone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It gets the glue as hot as it needs to be,
Yes.
as opposed to as hot as it can be.
Yeah, that's it.
Could you use 3D glue on the flowers, is asking Susan Dawn.
Absolutely. You obviously have to wait a lot longer for it to dry, which is just why I think it's just a case of what you get used to using, and I've always used a glue gun for as long as I can remember. But yes, absolutely use the
3D.
the chunky glue.
Also, I've had a message in from someone on Facebook saying, Michelle, did you use the printed papers for the Sharon Callis flowers?
So I did use the papers that come with them.
Come with
those,
it, yeah, the long ones.
Yeah, the long ones. They are beautiful. I've still got, I stocked up on those, so I've still got lots of them left.
Love it. Jerry's asking, what is a carnival party? Good question. It's a party where we all dress up like carnival theme. So yeah, I'm going big headdress, feathers everywhere, feathers on my back, feathers on my arms. I'm going to look like Big Bird. Yeah, like Caribbean carnival thing. Yeah, So it should be good fun. I'll keep you posted.
Is your headdress going to be as big as the one that you wore for the Queen's Jubilee? Can you not just reuse the puppet?
It is a party. This is not going to be a sort of mental and physical challenge.
Okay.
For those who don't know, when it was the Jubilee, I was part of the Jubilee parade in London. And yes, I had a ginormous 20-stone puppet that I had to carry for many, many kilometres. It was so heavy that I had like bruises on me for days and days after. So no, I won't wear that to a party because I want to have fun.
Pass on that one.
Speaking of fun, check this out.
So if I just lift that up for you to see.
Oh, I love it. Wow.
So, yeah, so those frames still look fabulous. They're really showing those flowers off, but really, you know, making a statement all by themselves anyway. So absolutely love this collection.
I love that make, and I'm not alone. Mary is saying beautiful flowers, Michelle. Tim is saying beautiful card, Michelle. Bubble and Skeek saying wow, Michelle, this is gorgeous. Irina's in beautiful card, Michelle. Mary Pat, absolutely stunning, Michelle. There's a lot of love coming in for this make, and if you would like to recreate it, may I suggest that the element that is the focal is added to your basket, and it is part of this. It is our nesting frame die collection. 36 dies in here in total. You've got each of the different designs, for example, in this case, crisscross, in the rectangles, in the squares. Same for the titsy florals and for the square. And then you've also got the same for the scalloped edge rectangles as well. So all of those are in here today, $71.95 or $83.75. You've seen how versatile they are. So if you do need some nesting dies, it's a great opportunity for you to seize the moment. Speaking of seizing the moment, let's talk seasonal, shall we? Because I'm about to bring to you some fabulous layering sentiment dies that are all based around the festive season. Speaking of which, do not let me forget in the break to pop up a little sneaky peek of our preview tonight, and I'll give you a clue. The piece you're about to see you haven't seen before, but it's for Liam's blog that's not out yet. Reminds me, and I will do it in my socials. I have got for you here your collection of layerable sentiment dies. And what this means is you're getting some dies that you will run through your machine, some of which you can use by themselves. For example, here, here, here and here, and even here, possibly even here. Oh, turn it upside down, that could be a hat for a snowman. Anyway, we have got the opportunity to use them individually, but if you layer them up like so, you can create one stand-out bold piece that looks like it's taken you ages, but depending on what machine you run them through, it could just have been one pass through your die cutting machine. I've got for you wishing you a Merry Christmas. I've also got Let It Snow with the lovely little mittens. Anyone still have mittens on strings, or is that just a kid's thing? I'm not sure. I've also got for you here your winter wishes. I think this one is absolutely stunning with that wonderful stag detail, and the stag itself, of course, you can use for so many different pieces that you've already got. I've got ho 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 as well here for you, with lots of little characters in there, including your snowman, your Father Christmas, and your reindeer. Snowman or snowman, I do tend to roll those in together. It's a bit weird. Snowman, yeah, like snowman. I do it with everything. Oh, do you fancy watching Spider-Man? Or, oh yeah, Batman. Like, good old John Batman. Yeah, Batman. Anyway, I've also got for you here, Santa Claus is coming to town. I think this is lovely, this design, because you can tell what it is, can't you, like instantly, even if you just use that by itself. Then I've got for you your Star of Wonder, or as Michelle calls it, Long Star. And I've got for you Joy to the World. I like the Joy to the World because you've got the candy stick, or the candy cane detail there as well, which you can use just by itself if you wanted to flip it around. And last but by no means least, 'tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. If you want to seize the moment on that today, you are saving more than you are spending, and you're getting it for just $33.99 or $41.99. So if those ones are taking your fancy, do seize the moment. And actually, I would say you've maybe already got one of them, and you think, well, oh, that's upside down. Maybe you've already got one of them, and you think, oh, well, you know, I've already got that one. Don't forget, for that price, actually, if you did have one and you gifted that onto a crafty friend, or, you know, sold it online, or you know, put it in your crafting group or whatever, you're still saving money on the rest, so just worth a thought. As well as that, today I have got for you one of our wonderful craft boxes. Now, we do love a craft box here, and a craft box is, for all intents and purposes, everything that you need in the design, in the box, to create some beautiful handmade cards. But also in here, you get loads of added additional things so that you can continue making, even once, for example, the card blanks have been used up. Over 200 elements in this one. It's box number 49. No, you don't need all of the previous ones. And you get absolutely oodles crammed into this box to help you create cards like this and more. Should we have a nosy at exactly what you get inside? Let's head on over to Michelle. Give us a nosy, Michelle.
I will give you a nosy. I love a box opening, hence why they let me do it all the time. It's like opening a present though, so it's exciting. So this is craft kit number 49, and straight away, I love this. So you've got all that inspiration straight away before you've even opened your box, to get those creative juices flowing. So it makes a minimum of 18 cards, and with all our boxes, there's a beautiful Sarah there. You've got that lovely tissue paper. And then the first thing we come to is the cards and envelopes. They're a 5x5 card. You've got 18 of each. It would be daft for us to give you 18 cards and only 6 envelopes, hence why you get 18 of each. And then the dies. So these are the dies that you're going to be using, and each of them, you can see, only cuts half of an aperture. So that allows you to mix and match these up. So you can be having this one on that side and that side, or you can be mixing and matching them all together. So, which is what I love about these, because you've got a real mix. So you extending the amount of different kinds of cards that you're going to be able to make. And then obviously you've got your little tree and your cloud and your smoke from your chimney, not a snake. And then, so let me turn this over. So you've got your stamps. So you've got so additional elements there to build up your scenes of the trees, some lovely sentiments in there. I miss you, especially for you. You are so loved. So really usable sentiments there. And again, so one of my favourites. I love these. They're the dewdrop pearls for your cards. And again, with those 3 different sizes on there, just look lovely. And your ribbon, as always, matching the colours, the cards, the papers that comes in your kit. So you've got the 3 colours in the 3 widths of those. And I love that navy. Anything navy blue.
Yeah, we were saying this in the break, weren't we?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, the navy blue.
Yes. So these are your little papers. So again, so these are 5x5, so they're going to fit your cards perfectly to be making your backgrounds with. Oh, I love that one. It's just stunning. And the thing is, you can be looking at these, actually, getting your inks out and copying them. So you can be learning as well to do your backgrounds with these instead of just using them for your backgrounds. I love that one, that Starry Night. And again, so you can really learn from these, really copy them, all those different purples in there when you're having a really good look. So keep one to the side of each and learn from it and use the rest on your cards. But I love that one again. So that's a proper beautiful sky there. I love this one. I've said that for everyone, haven't I? But these scenes in this box, these papers are just stunning. I mean, all our papers and our cards are, but these backgrounds I just absolutely adore. And then that one. And again, you can be getting a similar finish with your inks if you've got your water reactive inks. If you're not that good with them yet, then you absolutely can be using those. And then last but not least, you have got all the card, let me just, to match. And again, knowing that it all comes in the same box, so it's all going to match. Whatever one you pick to use, you know it's going to go brilliantly because it's all in that box together. It's all done for you. Love a navy. And even the envelopes that they all come in. So if I just lift those out, you've got the envelopes that they all do come in. So you can be using that as well. And it's a beautiful background piece of paper, that. So, yep, that is your fabulous box. So let me just keep my stamps and my dies out, and we'll get straight. Should we get straight into a demo?
Let's do it.
Demo?
Sounds great.
Okie dokie. So I'll pop that to the side. So keeping my stamps and my die out, I'm going to bring in a piece of card. So it's 5 by 5, and I think we're going to go for this one. So we're going to pop. Let me bring in my plate first. I'm going to pop that in, and I'm just going to centre it. So if you know, if I'm eyeballing this, but you know, draw your line on your piece of paper if you feel that you need to do that. So I'm just going to put a piece at the top and the bottom, and then run it through. Oh. These will go through. Don't go through your mini. They will go through your MIDI. I'm looking because they're all the machines are all there, so I can have a quick glance as to see the size of the opening. But obviously, you know, depending on what size of card that you're cutting this aperture into, obviously depends on which machine you're going to be able to use.
Yeah, of course.
So let's just gently remove that. So I could come in with one of the other ones if I wanted to for that side, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make this a tree line all the way across the bottom.
Okay.
So the way I'm going to do that is obviously to put it to the other side is not going to work. So what you're going to do is you're just going to flip your card over, and you're going to put it on the same side as you did before.
Perfect.
And then you just going to line that. I mean, that's not going to quite line up for me, but that's okay. I'm happy with that one that's lining up. All I'll do is I'll just snip that bit when I have die cut it. So let's pop that through.
Gilmore says, Becky, I saw a picture of you at the Jubilee. How fun. Oh, it was really, really good fun. It was brilliant. Yeah, it's just the puppet. So I was a puppeteer. The puppet was, she was stocky. She was stocky. But yeah, no, it was loads of fun. Mary Pat said, I've saved the show so that I can copy your creation, Michelle.
Oh, thank you.
That's lovely. And don't forget, that's a really good tip, Mary Pat. Don't forget, if you do see anything you like, if you save the show, then by the time your order comes, so say, for example, I don't know, you've ordered this today. By the time your order comes through, you'll already have had it saved, so you can just watch back. Saves you, because I don't know if you're anything like me, it's probably the same thing with your reminders. You forget like that. You remember that you bought it, but you can't remember what show it was on, so you have to go sifting through them all. If you do save the show, then it's there for you when you're ready for it. Do let us know, anyone, if you are crafting today as well, what you're making.
There we go. So there's my lovely tree line.
Pretty.
Let's just get that off and pop that back on there so I don't lose it. Right, so I'm going to bring my spare piece of card in. I'm going to bring in my lagoon, so it's my water reactive.
Okay.
I'm going to bring in, and then we're just going to ink this up a little. So you can see all I did, my snip's a tiny little bit wonky, but that's okay. You're not really going to, you can't really, I can tell. You can tell yourself more than anyone else can, can't you, when you're being a little bit critical of your own stuff, I think.
And you could always stick a bow over it if you were that upset, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could.
Or a gem.
A little gem on there. There's always a way, isn't there?
Yeah, always. By the way, if you do want any water reactive inks because you're running low or you haven't worked with them before, we have got some on the shows for you today. So head online and have a little look. So we did like a stack of them, 10 of them, and they were discounted. So just worth a mention whilst we're using them.
So I'm going to go really gently over my trees.
If you had to pick a favourite combo of your ink colours, like a duo, what would you say? Because I know you like a dark blue.
I do.
Would
I
this
love a
be
dark
up there?
blue. Do you know what? I don't know.
Really?
There doesn't tend to be, you know how you have some crafters and you can look at their work and know that it's their work?
Yeah.
For me, I don't think you do. I think I like to do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I
so
can
you
see
wouldn't
that.
necessarily look and think, oh, that's a machine, unless it was something sort of 3D.
Yes.
In fact, I tell a lie. I think if it's something poppy-outy,
Yeah,
if that,
yeah.
then you would probably think, oh, I bet that might be a Michelle.
Poppy
love
out
my-
to Michelle.
That's a Michelle. Oh, that made me sound like an artist. That's a Van Gogh next to Michelle.
Yeah.
That Michelle's so much better.
That Poppy outy Michelle. Love it. It's a really intense colour, that, isn't it? It's great.
It is. So this is, I don't know if I said, but this is the Lagoon. Just going to bring in my tissue because I'm getting fingerprints in it. And you're going to find that you use just the natural oils on your finger. So if you can, when you're inking, try to have like maybe a little bit of tissue with you. Or even if you've got another piece of card and you're going to hold that on there.
Yeah.
You don't want those fingerprints in there.
That's a good tip. The water reactive inks are currently at the bottom of your screen. As you can see, should be nearly £60 or $90 today, discounted just $70.99 or £46.99. Of course, if you're platinum, etc., it will be cheaper than that, but that's your average go-to price today. So if you need to top up, now's your chance. Because as you were mentioning before, they would be your go-to ink if you could only use
I think
one.
so, yeah, because you can do so much with these.
Yeah.
Just in the name, water reactive, so you know if you've got a little bit of water, you're going to be able to manipulate, have a play with them, things like that. So,
And stamp with them still.
yes, of course, you can. Yeah, you can still stamp with them. You're not going to get the same finish as if you were using your quick dry or something else, but just by the nature of what they are, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that for now. And then what we're going to do is, so I've just got some little glitter jewels, they're called. And I am just going to bring a clean piece of card in because that one's quite inky and I'm inky enough. So then all I'm going to do, so if you've got our pens, we've just recently released those glue pens that you literally can draw with and then stick your glitter or whatever over the top. Then you can be using one of these, or like I am now, just using your fine tip, just putting a nice, just thin, almost using it like a pen around the edge of those trees.
So you're just sort of gluing the peaks of them
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, almost like we've got a little bit of snow sat on the top of them. I know I've tipped a lot out, but you know, most of that's going to be going back in anyway. And then
Pretty.
let's get that on there. So let me just pat that down a little. Give it a flick. And then you've got those, it's just pretty.
Snow-topped trees.
Yeah, so let's... And who doesn't love playing with glitter? I think I've said before, haven't I? My husband ends up going to the store with his bald head all pretty and glittery.
Glittered up.
Walking round Morrison's, he'll say to me when he comes home, do you know, this person just kept staring at me and I don't know why. I can see the glitter or a gem on the back. You know, when you've tried to pick a gem up and it's pinged off somewhere.
You don't
it's
know
landed
where.
on the back of his head.
Is that why Ben started making hats, is it?
Yeah, so we can't go to the store looking like that. That's absolutely right.
I love it.
So I'm just going to put that there to dry. And I'm going to bring this piece in. So I've already inked this piece up.
Pretty.
Again, I've used the same, I've used the Lagoon. I've just gone a lot deeper on it. And again, I'm just going to do exactly the same. So I'm just going to go on my tree, just with a little thin. And if you find a little bit too much comes out, just pick it back up with a spare piece of card. You sort of just dab on there to take it away. But like I've just said, for me, there's never a sentence exists. And a sentence like that doesn't exist to me. It's too much glitter. Like, of course, there's never too much glitter.
I said when we sort of brought these earlier on last week that actually this one reminded me of Lion Witch in the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
And the colours that you've done it in. Do you remember the bit in Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe where Lucy walks out the other side of the wardrobe and Mr. Tumnus is sort of lit up under the light in the forest? But I think the colours and the glitter that you're using now really gives that sense of magic. It works beautifully with it, it really does.
Oh yeah, definitely. I never thought about that. So, because some of my glue came out into sort of squidgy lumps, and I've got my glitter all over it, I'm just going to get a spare piece of card, and I'm just going to press it over, and I'm just going to gently press down, just to get that glue nice and flat, and then my glitter attached lovely. So I've just got a little bit missed there, which is why those pens that we've got are absolutely brilliant for doing this. They, I think it's a set of 3 pens in different widths, aren't they? Because they came out round about the same time as those amazing gilding flakes.
Yes. Natty's actually got a question re the glue pens. How should we store them?
The glue pens? I just store mine stood up in my pen pot.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problem storing them that way. I don't think we would suggest a particular way. It's not like your pens where, because you've got a nib at both sides, you sort of wouldn't stand them one way or the other because you've got, your ink is going to sink to one nib rather than the other. I think with your glue pen anyway, I always tend to pick mine up and give it a shake anyway, so. No, I just store either just on the side or in your pen pot. I don't think it really matters for your glue pens.
Great.
Right, so we're just going to pop this card together. So I've got my 2 glittery apertures. And so this is going to be my back piece. This is going to go in there, but I am going to bring in one of those lovely pieces of paper. Lovely. So we're going to pop that one on the back. So just a nice thin layer of glue. And this is the fun with these scenes. If you've got any water reactor or any ink pads that you have got that's in your stash that are lovely and blendable, it's just so much fun making these scenes. I do love having a good play with my ink pads. Just having a play, mixing colours up, seeing what I always say the best colour combinations come from that happy accident where you've put colours together and you think, oh no, and then you're like, oh, actually that looks great, you know, and vice versa.
Yeah, definitely. And what I like with this make that you're doing now is sometimes I think maybe when people see scenes such as we've got here, you could be led into thinking, oh, you can only really use them if you like colouring in, if you like, you know, picking things out. But you're proving here that that's not the case at all. A bit of ink.
Yeah.
And a bit of glitter.
Yeah.
Jobs are good in.
Yeah, and I've only used that one ink pad. And you can, you know, you get that effect by just putting more around the outsides than on the insides. So, you know, you don't need lots of different ink pads. It's always fun to have lots of different ink pads. But just by using one, you can still get that light to dark effect with it.
Carletta's asking, Michelle, are you using chunky glitter?
It is chunky.
Chunky.
Chunky glitter, absolutely. I mean, you could use the fine glitter. You can use any glitter, really. It just so happens that I used the chunky glitter on these.
What about a bit of faux snow?
Yes. So if you've got our faux snow from last Christmas that came with a couple of the collections, I think,
Yeah,
didn't
it did. Yeah, because it was so popular.
Love that. I've still got lots of that.
Do you?
I do.
That's good.
But mine, so when I first got it, I accidentally popped a hole in it, didn't realise I had. So I picked it up and put it on my desk and it went...
Oh, I bet that felt festive when you were
did.
hoovering it up.
Oh, the kitchen looks so pretty.
Oh.
So those, where I've got my strips?
Say that again.
Well, I had strips of card and I've lost them.
Uh-oh. So it's not sentiments today, because you've been doing very well with them.
I've still got my sentiment. It's still there. But, I'm just checking the flour.
Oh, all right.
And normally I have people messaging in saying, it's under your mat.
Yeah, you put X, Y, and Z on top of it.
So I think what we'll do is, because I can't find it, we're not going to pop it on. I'll just pop these two on. Just there. And then, I don't know how it happens. Anyone would think I was a bit messy. That's all part of the fun though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Pop that on there.
Oh, pretty.
And then, so I've just got a couple of clouds.
And don't forget, all of these things you're seeing, Michelle has gotten from the box.
And a couple of trees. So I'm just going to pop these on. So these are just die cut from the extra elements that come with it. Just pop that one there. And I think I'm going to matte and layer this one.
Do you know what else this scene makes me think of a little bit? Harry Potter. We call him Barry Jotter in my house because we're hilarious. Sorry. Harry Potter. You know the bit where, like, there's the nighttime scenes and they're going through, like, Privet Drive? That's what this reminds me of.
Yeah.
Like when McGonagall and whoever, like, you know, go to save Harry or drop him off or whatever. That's what it reminds me of. So you could do, like, a little wizard flying across the sky, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. That'd look lovely.
Are people still into it? Yeah, people are still into Harry Potter, aren't they? Oh, because they've got the Fantastic Beast ones out at the minute still, don't they?
Yeah.
Do something like that, maybe.
So again, you can really go to town building these scenes up. That's a bit fat, I think. Let me just trim that down.
And we've got some people crafting. Hello, Barbara. Barbara says, I'm finishing up invites to my granddaughter's high school graduation party in the, you know, the way hat shapes. What are they called? Graduation hats. You know what I mean, don't you do that? Yeah. Yes, because of course in America you have a high school graduation, don't you?
Yeah.
That's very cool. That's very, very cool indeed. Yeah, we don't have that here in the UK. The time you graduate is if you do university, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the looks of it, my graduation is going to be in January, which I'm just going to be freezing.
Yes, it
We'll
is.
see. Sarah says, hello, lovely ladies. My friend is getting married in 4 weeks, so I am making them a wedding album while watching you guys. Oh,
I love
Sarah,
that.
what a thoughtful gift. And that is the type of gift that, although it might take you a little bit of time, that will be treasured forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Sarah, what a lovely, thoughtful treat. I'm sure they absolutely love it. And do let us know once it's been. Oh, and have a fab time at the wedding as well.
So there we go. So there is my little diorama card with the glitter. So if I just, you can see that glitter on there. It just looks lovely.
That just looks fabulous. Thank you so, so much for showing us that. If you would like to recreate it, essentially everything you need is in this box, apart from things like glue and scissors. We have got for you, this is box number 49. No, you don't need the previous if you don't have them. It's all self-contained within here. Platinum price is $19.99 or $19.96. Two very good years for music. But dependent on where you are in the world. Now, if you're thinking, hang on, Becky, I've just put this in my basket and it says $24.99. How do I get that platinum price? Well, it's part of our free club, and it is a free club. It's not like one of these crafting ones where you have to pay a certain amount each week. It is a free club. So if you do want to be part of it, all you have to do is spend and save, and you will make sure that you save up plenty of points. Whilst you do check out the baskets and earn those points, let's find out more about Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make your die cutting tools last as long as your love for crafting with the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates. Your metal dies are put under lots of pressure with each pass through your Gemini die cutting machine. So to make sure they cut crisp, clean, delicate designs for years to come, you need to look after your dies. And that's where the Gemini Accessories clear cutting plates come in.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Welcome back to Crafters TV. Well, we have had some real treats on for you and we are not stopping. As a quick reminder, hiya, I'm Becky. Oh, let us know what you're making. Let us know what you're eating. Why not? Let us know if you've got anything exciting planned with your evening. And you can talk to lovely Susie on socials about that. We have got for you today our launch part A, and this is your nesting frame dies. We're bringing to you 3 different designs across 2 different shapes, and you are getting 36 dies in total. Let me show you what I mean. Cross stitch rectangle is up for you first. This lovely frame shape, you see you've got the 3 different dies and they give you the crisscross detail into your card. I've got that same, but this time on our squares. Then I have got for you your ditzy florals, and this again happening in the square shape too. And same again, this time with your scalloped edges, and you've got these lovely little dash marks, if you can see, that also cut into it. And you've got that again in the square. All of these ones for you today, $71.95 only, or $83.75. And we can always do with a nesting die, can't we? We can always do with a nesting die. So definitely well worth you treating yourself to that whilst we're thinking. We've got the Explorer kit as well for you today, which is an exploration of double-sided dies. In here, oh man. So, sorry, I've just remembered something. I was meant to put that thing up on social media in the break, wasn't I? It's all right. I can do it. I'll do it sneakily in a minute or two. And when I say put it up on social media, I mean my Rebecca Redican CC Instagram, because I forgot my password to my Facebook. But yes, I'll pop a little sneak peek up on there of our preview. It's like a preview of the preview, including a brand new make, but I'll tell you more in a bit. We have got for you here your double-sided exploration. So we've got double-sided dies which need special plates. You don't get these in your original Gemini. This here is your junior size, and that is the perfect size to create these. Now you're getting multiple dies here. One's missing on here, but the multiple dies are double-sided. So see how you've got one design on the front and the other design on the back. So this one here will cut out this one and this one here. And then you layer them all up with the other die, and these are the finishes you get. I've got your festive bauble, I've got your joyful wreath, I've got your happy Mr. Snowman, I've also got your oh Christmas tree, then I've got your lovely robin. But again, as we said, change the colours of this and it could become different birds, like a sparrow or a sparrow or a blue tit or something like that. I've also got your Star of Wonder. And again, multiple dies in this, which you just layer up. They cut out these different designs and you can use them separately or put them together for real wow factor. Today should be £150, give or take a few pennies. It's £35.99 or $45.99. 75% discount on this. You are saving over £111. That's amazing, isn't it? And these two, if you did want to, would work really beautifully alongside the nesting dies that we've got for you today, because you can give that sort of layering up effect. And also the nesting dies themselves are great because we're not just using them as a frame, you can use them actually to create cards that elements like those can stand in. So if you do want to grab them, again, quick reminder, you're getting all of these different designs today, $71.95 or $83.75. Seize the moment on those now. Right, Michelle, what are we making?
We are going to use the Scallop Edge square frames. I haven't used these ones yet, so I thought we'd go for these ones.
Okay.
And again, so you've got those three frames in there, and they are a frame because you've got the cutting edge on the inside and on the outside. So you're gonna, like you saw before, the waste, for want of a better word, you're still going to be able to use to mat and lay these up, and it's still going to be, it's not going to be waste. It's going to be something that you're absolutely going to be using. So I've got some lovely textured cardstock and just some of our double-sided Centura Pearl. And we're just going to pop these on, cut them out. So let me
The preview of the preview is up. Repeat, the preview of the preview is up.
Pop that on there,
Skillful, that, wasn't it?
tape them
That,
down.
no one even knew that was happening.
And run them through. So again, these will go through your MIDI, but I don't think the biggest one will go through anything smaller. It won't go through anything smaller than that, but your small one will. So if you have your MIDI or your mini sat on your desk, which I do, and you just wanted to use the smallest frame, you know, just popping it through. As Ben says, it's simplicity without the electricity. So when it's been lovely and warm, they are brilliant for going and sitting on the patio or in your garden with your mini or your MIDI, you know, and running it through, die cutting and batch making your flowers, things like that. Perfect. With a G&T or whatever is your
Tipple of choice.
tipple of choice. And I talk about G&T, but I don't really like a gin and tonic.
Is it the G or the T that you're not a big fan of?
Both.
Right.
I like don't like that tonic. It's it's
That is a brilliant description of tonic.
and it is.
I do know what you mean. It is a required taste, I think,
It
isn't
is.
it? Acquired
I'll have a
taste.
pink gin and lemonade,
Lovely.
but I'm not a gin and tonic fan.
No.
Right, so I've got my 3 frames cut out. I don't actually have it with me now, but what I would have, I can't lift that up. So what I would have done is I've used my grande swirls embossing folder that I've got.
Oh, yeah.
Place those in like that.
Yeah.
Run it through, and when you bring them out, they are beautifully embossed.
Lush.
So if I just bring these in,
Oh.
so you just all sit them in and just run them through. So again, it just, and with it being the grande swirls, it just fits beautifully with this scallop edge one. But these aren't going to go to waste because I'm going to use these, I'm going to pop them on the back, and it's going to strengthen this up for me for what I'm wanting to use it for. So I'm just going to bring in my glue, and I'm just going to put some glue on the back. So I do already have I'm going to say a slice of card on the back. I have already matte and layered it up once, but I want to finish it off with the same colour behind it.
Okay. And is it the all-purpose Kalau you're using?
It is, yeah. That's what I am using for this.
Talking about your last card, Mary says, great idea, Becky. It does look like Privet Drive. It does, didn't it? It does, didn't it? You know what I mean. I'll change for tenses then. Irina is saying, wonderful card, Michelle. Rose is saying, beautiful card. Can't wait to play with the new kit. Eileen is saying, I'm crafting along, working on a card using the simple sprigs from some watercolour design card. I love this card that you're making, Michelle, as well. I need to get the box out now. Oh, good. I'm glad. It's lovely that, isn't it, when you're making something, but then you see something, you're like, oh, I want to do that now. I think that's really nice when you have that. I'd much rather one of those times when you want to create everything than those days when you have time to create, but you can't think of what to.
That's it.
So that's really good. I'm glad that you like that.
Right, so I've just quite simply layered those up to give these, you know, some real rigidity on them. So let's just pop those to the side, and then I'm going to bring in this card. So let me just put those there for now. So it's just a gatefold card with just a 6x6, so it's a 12x6 piece of card I've used. I scored it at 3 and 9 inches to create my gatefold. And then I've got some of that beautiful vintage butterflies.
Lovely.
Paper here. So we're just going to matte and layer this all up and pop it together.
Gorgeous. Lynn is saying, hello everyone. I'm making birthday goodie bags for my granddaughter's 6th birthday on Saturday. Oh, Lynn, hey up, you're a good grandparent, you aren't you? That's absolutely lovely. Oh, what's going in the goodie bags? Why don't we have goodie bags?
For our parties, I know.
As in like for our birthdays. That'd make me want to go to more people's birthdays.
Yeah, if you knew you were getting...
Goodie bag, yeah. Doesn't even have to be anything expensive in. Bit of cake, that's a given, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Bit of cake, usually wrapped up in a napkin.
Yes, yeah.
So by the time you get it home, it's got a bit dry, hasn't it?
Definitely.
What else is another classic? Tiny bubbles.
Yes.
That's a good one. Crayons, wax crayons.
There's normally something for them to sort of, play with, isn't there? Like, so the last time I made goodie bags for Alice's birthday, actually, I made the bags myself as well. For the boys, it was like Minecraft on the front. So I just cut loads of squares out and did a Minecraft face on the front. For the girls,
clever.
It was Hello Kitty. And again, just cutting shapes out and making the face on the front. They went down a treat.
Oh, I bet. That's lovely that you could theme them.
Bit of cake in there. Oh, what did I think there was? A little bat and ball, a miniature bat and ball that I'd got.
Brilliant.
They went down a treat. The only thing is though, when you buy sort of those cheap things to put in, you know, they do the bat and ball like 5 times and it twangs off somewhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, never to be found again.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they only play with it for like an hour after the party anyway, and then it's forgotten about, isn't it?
Wendy's messaging saying, I really love that light blue. It reminds me of Disneyland stuff. Wendy, you're totally right. I've got a Disney jumper actually, and it is pretty much bob on that colour. Yeah, there's something quite magical about it, isn't there? Mary says, oh, how pretty the frames are when they're embossed.
Yes. And again, I think it's something that we don't think to do because we die cut them out and then just use them. But all of your embossing folders, you can run these through. Absolutely, it looks. Well, it does. It looks lovely. And again, it takes them. It adds that little extra. Ooh la la.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it makes them look totally different. You know what I mean? When
I
you
just
run
looked
them
up
through.
and thought, where you disappeared.
I was off camera then. No one needed to know that. That was the magic of TV. But there's Michelle dobbing me in. Sorry. I'm wandering off to grab some bits. I am back now. Caring thoughts is what I'm grabbing. I'll tell you more later.
So for this, I'm just going to glue this half down. So you could have these on foam pads if you want. If you are going to put them on foam pads, you might want to put an extra layer behind just to make it that little bit sturdier. But I'm not going to, I'm just going to glue it straight down. So I'm just going to sort of judge where that halfway mark is so I don't go over it. And so this side has got the glue on, so I'm gonna line it up with this side.
Okay.
Because if I line it up with that side and try to move it, I'm going to squish glue about.
Right, got you.
So if I line it up with that side,
Yeah.
and then just pop that side down, I know it's
Great.
exactly where I need it to be.
Good tip.
And I'm not going to squish glue everywhere. And then again, I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to pop it in the middle. Remember only to glue half. And again, I'm going to line that side up and then push it down. And if you're going to wiggle it a little bit, you know, then, you know, you can put that side down. I just find it easier to layer up the side that hasn't got the glue on.
Yeah.
Then you've got no risk of sort of touching somewhere on your card that you don't want to do.
Yes.
Although it doesn't matter because I've got butterflies.
Hey.
So, so let's make sure those are nice pressed down. And then the last one in the middle. So again, just laying it on that side. And it's just the way I do it. You might do it a totally different way and find it just as easy as I do doing it this way.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a personal preference thing, I think.
Yeah, try it both ways.
So there we
Try
go.
it different ways.
So I have got my sentiment. So I've just got a thanks, and I am just going to glue that just on that piece there.
So are you gluing it just to the blue frame?
Just to the blue frame, yeah. Just going to pop that on there. And make sure it's far enough down that it's not going to stop that from opening. So I just need to move that down just a little bit more. Because that curvy bit there, I don't want it overlapping that frame because it's not going to open properly then. So just checking, yeah, it's not in the way.
Perfect.
Just a couple of butterflies.
Lynn's let us know what is in the goodie bag. And this sounds adorable. So in the goodie bag, there's sweets, hair accessories, lip gloss sticks, and a little makeup set, as it's a pamper party.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yep, she is 6 going on 16. Oh, Lynn, that's so lovely. What a pamper party at 6. That's so beautiful.
But they're little madams at 6, in the nicest, well, in the nicest and the not nicest. They're at that age, they are definitely, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just the
Just
you
the
know what I
hand
mean?
action on, I knew it.
But fabulously so, and that's what you want. You want them to come into their own, be their own little person, and they are fabulous that age.
Yeah.
I was going to put a ribbon on, but I'm not going to. I like it just as it is.
Yeah.
That ribbon's just going to look like I've just stuck a piece of ribbon on for the sake of
Yeah.
it. So I don't think that needs that
Anything
piece
else.
of ribbon on there. I think that those 3 butterflies on there and then using those as that interlocking.
That looks fabulous, doesn't it? Doesn't it look great? Oh, Michelle, as always, thank you for sharing that with us. If you would like to recreate that, you can recreate that design with any of these die sets that I'm about to show you. So whether it is your cross-stitch rectangle or your square, maybe it's going to be with the ditzy floral, or again the square, and maybe it's going to be the rectangle or with the scalloped edge and the jet mark, or again the square, which of course is the one that Michelle used for this exact make. $71.95 only for you today. And again, if you do want to seize the moment whilst we're live on air, you do get that fabulous discount, so worth it. Now, I did mention a moment ago our Caring Thoughts decoupage, and if you've not seen this before, might I suggest that you watch back on our show this afternoon. If you go onto our website, once this show ends in like 40 minutes, you'll see it on there. We basically did a masterclass in decoupage, but loads of different types of decoupage in a way. And this is one that we looked at. It is our Caring Thoughts decoupage. So this is great if you're a beginner. If you are brand new to decoupage, this is wonderful. So what you're going to get is you're going to get this book that has 48 pieces in, and it has some pictures that look like this and multiples of it. And then you get halfway through and it switches up. So you get two different designs, as you can see there. As you can see, you have got here numbers on your designs going from 1 on this one all the way up to 7. Now those 1 to 7s line up perfectly with the 1 all the way up to the 7. And these dies have the numbers on them. All you have to do is lay the numbers over the top of the corresponding numbers and cut them out and then glue them together to create fabulous layered 3D designs such as this. You've got this one, you've also got this one as well to give you an idea. They're just beautiful and they're great if you are new, but they're also great if you've been doing decoupage for a while and you just fancy something quick. You know, sometimes we're lucky as crafters, aren't we? Sometimes we're in the mood to sit and have like a luxurious long crafting session that might take ages. Sometimes you need something quick, sharp. This is great for that. If you do want to seize the moment on it. Don't forget, if you run out of your paper pads, if you can't get any on the website, you can print them off as well, so that you can reuse. We've got $15.99 or $25.99 on that duo today. If you do want that, then you absolutely can. If you are a crafter who loves storage and papers, then I'm about to make you smile like a Cheshire cat. We have got for you here our Crafter's Companion Paper Library. Now, you may well have seen this before. We've had it on a few times. It's always been very, very popular. It's this fabulous, sturdy, strong storage case with secret hidden element of absolutely loads of papers. So in this, as you can see, you've got lots of different storage elements that you can reuse, and it is mammoth. I mean, look at that, it's absolutely huge. And you can store paper that is as large as 12 by 12s in here. And there is a lot of 12 by 12 in this collection, as you can see. We have got different themes in here, and you've got like 6 different themes basically that we have given to you in this, but you of course can stock it up with anything that you want, because you've got around 15 compartments in there. So this is a really special opportunity. I just want to let you know it should be £90. Now, don't get me wrong, £90, you know, it can be a bit of a stretch, can't it, for a purchase, even though you know that's great value for money. Today, one day only, because literally we wouldn't be able to do it for any longer, it's just £31.45, as opposed to being $100, just shy, $100, $34.95. This has been really, really popular today. If you haven't managed to seize the moment on it yet, do so. I'll be totally honest with you, we're not 100% sure of our stock level on this. All I can tell you is there have been hundreds of you purchasing this today at that special deal. And we've had some people messaging saying, you've already got one, but actually you've grabbed another because the storage is so fantastic, and you wouldn't be able to buy the storage alone, let alone all the paper in it for the price that's on your screen. So it's worth seizing the moment if you do fancy it. Really nice to store on your shelves, great with that handle as well. And today, just $31.45 or $34.95. It really is a fabulous treat. We have got that beautiful treat for you. We've also talked today about our crafting kit. The one that we're bringing to you today is our interchangeable dies, and you are getting everything you need in here to make a minimum, and I mean a bare minimum, of 18 cards. But that is just once your consumables have used all of the dies in here, including the 7 dies, the 10 clear stamps, the dewdrops, etc. You're going to be able to use over and over, and you're going to be able to use on multiple cards. Shall we have a little chat through all of the goodies you've getting in here? We're going to do another demo on this, aren't we, Michelle?
Yeah. I'm just getting ready.
Perfect.
Just getting my bits together.
Love it.
So, well, they're here. So we're going to be using, again, so the stamp and the die sets from here. So I just need to cut this piece of paper down. So I'm just going to cut this down to, let me get my bigger one because I need a bigger, if only words would come out of my hands when I sort of gesture things.
Yeah.
We would be fine.
Yeah.
So yes, a bigger width. So, so I'm just cutting this down to, let me open this up. So I just want it 7.5 inches wide
Okay.
by 4.5. There we go. Because I've got the blank, so the card blank out of the actual kit.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a bit like a bit of a dome front, so I'm just going
nice.
to bring in just a separate piece of card, and I'm just going to score that at 1 inch at each side.
Okay.
And then I've just got one of those lovely background. Every time because I'm sticking all my tape on the side of the desk here, every time I move my arm, I end up with tape all up my arm here. So this is going to be on my card blank, so I'm just making sure that that's the right size, and it is. I'm happy with that. So just pop that to the side. And then, so we're going to bring this in. So again, it's just a case of deciding which pieces you want to use, really. I think we'll go for this one this time with that lovely Mr. Tumnus.
Yeah, Tumnus.
That's it.
Yeah.
So again, just let me just put a little mark with my pencil on this, because it's going to be domed. I want to make sure that I'm getting it quite central. So we're on. I'm counting it on my fingers. I'm really like, you know, like you do when you're at little school. You're like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. It's like me trying to work out 24-hour clock. I have to do that all the time.
So what am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So I need to be there. So just roughly there. Just that little mark, just for me to just judge where I'm going to be taping this down.
Okay. Auntie Penny's asking about this box, saying, are the papers in the craft box exclusive to that box, or is it more available?
So the papers are exclusive to the boxes, aren't they? You can't get them in any of our other pads. Mm-hmm. I know with our year of crafts that you've been able to go on and buy the extra 8x8 paper pads, but I think with the box kits it's not the same. Mm-hmm. It's a case of whatever's in your kit, once your papers have gone, they've gone.
Mm-hmm. Hope that helps you.
Which sometimes it makes you not want to use that last piece because, you know, I think it's the same. I think with any paper pad though, you've got that last piece and you really want to use it to make a fabulous card, and it would probably be better in that fabulous card, but you just don't want to use it because then you've got none left in your stash.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a little bit devastating, really.
I think we can all agree with that feeling.
Right. So that is what's going to be on that side. And again, I'm going to bring in, I think, this one. So that is my cloud that's at the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to pop that on there. I'm going to match those two up as best I can to the cut that's already there. And then tape it down.
Lovely.
So this time I haven't had to flip it over because I'm not using the same piece on both sides. This one just sits lovely on that side as that one does on that side.
I get you.
Yeah, so just making sure I've got all my bits. I've got my sentiment still somewhere, so we're doing well.
I am not sure how I would feel if we get to the end of this show and you haven't misplaced a sentiment at some point.
I've misplaced many other things, just not my sentiment.
Yeah, but normally it is the sentiment.
It is. Oh no, have we spoke too soon? No, it's there.
Oh, sorry, I put the fear then, didn't I?
You did.
Sorry.
I sort of looked to the side and it's hidden underneath a piece of paper. And I'm like, oh my God, I've lost it, but it's not, it's there.
It's not, it's hiding.
Yeah. What I should do is I should just cut out, stamp out, ink out, whatever, lots of them. And then if I do lose one, then there's like 4 or 5 more still next to me.
Yeah.
But you could guarantee that they would all go missing.
Oh, yeah, of course they would. The whole bag of them would drop off under the table or
yeah,
something.
Absolutely. So let's just pop those there. And then, so my spare piece of card for glittering and inking on. And then I'm going to bring in these. So I've got my lemon, again, they're my water reactives because these are what I find blend beautifully. Lemon tonic, orange, and my spring meadow.
Lovely. Don't forget we have got some water reactive inks on show today. 10 of them in a bundle and they're discounted. If you want them, look at the bottom of your screen now because there they are, and you will get plenty of the colours in there. I'll read them out to you in a minute actually, just to be helpful.
So when we were saying earlier about favourite colours to blend,
Yeah.
I actually love this orange. I like the orange and the lemon tonic or the honey pot. So when you blend them over each other, I think they just look fabulous.
It's like sunset, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Just fold that.
In the collection of the water reactive dye ink pads that I'm bringing to you, that you got in the pack of 10, you have got your pale fig, your crushed velvet, your grasshopper. I've also got baby blue, green topaz, pink tulip, fuchsia, plum jam, honey pot, and your Chinese red as well. So those are the ones that are in that 10-pack collection if you want them. Oh, sorry, dropping some ink pads now.
Right, so done with the orange, going with my yellow. So I've just done the orange to the tops of my clouds, and then we're going to bring the lemon down.
So do you, how much sort of pressure are you putting on if anyone's new?
I'm being very gentle. I don't go too hard because I hate it when I accidentally put that the edge of my. So when you go in and you get that lovely
circle.
Yes, that circle. So what I tend to do is, and I might look after doing it, but I start quite above it, and then I'll do my little circles, and then as soon as I can feel I'm on there, I do it that way.
A bit like trying to find the bite in your car.
Yes, definitely. I just find it just that little bit easier.
Yeah.
And it's just a bugbear for me. I hate getting that circle mark on there, and then you can guarantee you've done an amazing card and you just can't blend it out.
So when you do it with eyeshadow as well, isn't it? Talking about makeup as we were before. Sometimes you put like a blob too much, like eyeshadow on one eye, and then you have to kind of try and blend it out, but it doesn't work. So you have to add more to the other eye.
For me, it's eyeliner.
Yes.
So I end up looking really goth-like. I'm meant to put on, you know, like a nice little delicate line.
Yeah.
And I end up getting thicker and thicker and look like I've stepped out of Kiss.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, or if you're doing like liquid eyeliner and you do the flick and one's slightly longer, so you have to balance it out. By the end of it, it's like into your hairline.
So my daughter can do that perfectly. She's 14, she can do that flick. But she definitely is sort of, she looks amazing with the heavy eyeliner on.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, look like I've been crying.
Yeah.
You know, and my eyeliner's just smudged everywhere.
Yeah. Or you haven't been to sleep for a few days.
Or you've slept with the makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
So there we go. I'm quite
That's
happy
lovely.
with that blend.
It's nice.
So let's just pop that to the side and then bringing this in. So where are we? There we go. So that's my base. This is my back, and that's going to go behind there.
Ah, lovely.
And again, so I've got an inch extra to create my dome.
Yeah.
If you don't like your dome that high, so I'll just show you. If you don't like a dome that big, then just take it down to ½ inch.
Got you.
You might think ½ inch is not enough, but it does give you a really good sized dome. But again, it's me, so the bigger the better.
More is more.
More is more. Absolutely. So this, I'm just gluing it onto exactly the same size because it's going to give the strength. So if I tried to wrap this just round that thin piece of paper, it's not going to do it.
Okay.
It's just going to bend and crease. So I've just matted it onto some of our white card, just again to give it that stability.
Lovely.
So I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to use my tape on the back. I find it easy, so you can put the tape on there and pop it round, or you can put the tape on the back. Again, that is just a case of whichever you find easier to do.
Brilliant. Don't forget, I have got a preview coming up for you in a little bit. Oh, we've got some demos to vote on as well, which is always good fun.
Oh, yeah.
Still got loads to do. The red liner tape does work perfectly for this, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And it tends to be something that I use a lot, but again, because I love to do a lot of construction, I find that instant and incredibly strong grab just something that I've always used, always gone to. So again, I've die cut the lamp out of some black. We're just going to pop that on. Dotty, there it is.
Fred said of this box earlier on, a broom rider in the background would make a great Halloween card.
Yes.
That's a really good idea. Really, really good idea. Because it's only around the corner. Two of my friends have a business actually whereby they sell Disney-inspired stuff, bags, accessories, jewellery, etc. And I saw today, actually, they have launched their Halloween range now. Because it is only around the corner, really. Especially if you think about sort of in America. I know that, you know, in America it is bigger than Halloween is over here in the UK. But yeah, you do want to make cards and give them on and things like that. So if you do, this is a brilliant idea, Fred.
Right, I've got my little house here. I found my sentiment, look, it was there. Got a little cloud. Now I'm going to sort of tuck these under. Really, you would have done it before you put your dome on, but I got carried away and put my dome on first. So that's okay, we can still do it.
Yeah.
So that is just like a tree line, so I'm just going to check that I've cut it down enough. I'm just going to trim that down just a little bit more. But again, you will do this before you put your dome on the front. But,
Is that grasshopper and lemon tonic again?
it is, so exactly the same colours that I've used on the front.
Lovely.
I've just laid a lot more of the
Green.
grasshopper down. So just going to pop that under and line it up with the
Beautiful.
bottom. And then press it down. Press it down really quick before it moves. There we go. And then I'm going to pop, so my house is going to, shall I have my house sat in front of them? I will. So again, I think I'm going to put that on a foam pad because I've got such a big dome, I can build up lots of depth behind it, and it's going to look good. So I'm just going to use my tweezers.
Clark says, I wonder how much glue you guys use a week. Tons, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fair old amount, isn't it? It really is a fair old amount. Tracy, do you know how much glue we go through here at Crafters TV a week? No idea. Not a clue. Yeah, that's true. You're here twice as much. You should know.
I do go through a lot. I don't know why.
It is an absolute essential, though, isn't it?
It is. It is, and the thing is, I swap and change, so I tend to use a little bit of everything, but I just find the different kinds of elements and things that I'm popping on my card need different things.
Got you. Yeah.
So I'm going to leave that for now. Again, so you could come in with glitter again. You could come in with your white gel pen and highlight things.
Oh, nice.
So lots of different ways you could be popping these up. You could die cut this back out again in a black and have a drop shadow behind it. Many different ways to have fun and have a play with these.
Lovely.
So I'm just going to bring in, so again, this is just the card from the pack. So the 5x5.
Social Superstar Susie, you're asking what my Instagram is again. It's Rebecca Redican, Redican CC. Rebecca Redican CC. And I have popped up a very brief, sneaky peek of our preview that I'm going to give you a sneaky peek of in a few minutes anyway. But it's a make that I think you'll like. Yeah, and again, sorry I can't put it on Facebook. I've forgot my password.
We sort of had a discussion about who was going to show this next.
Yeah, we did. And
you won.
I did win. It wasn't elbows at dawn or anything. It was just that, I'll be honest with you, Michelle was a bit slow. I got a Bagsy in.
You did. That was literally it, wasn't it? You Bagsy it.
Bagsy, it's me.
But to be fair, when they see it, they'll understand exactly why we argued over it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So again, you would probably put your red liner tape on before you've domed that up, or just use a wet glue. But to be fair, that's it's quite easy to do it that way. And again, oh, wait a minute. Let me just trim those top bits off. I don't want those showing. That's better. So making sure my card's the right way up. Let me just turn it around this way. Try to keep my head out of your way. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, that looks so nice.
And then just You Are So Loved, that's going to go on. I'm going to put a foam pad in the middle. Just going to give it a bit of curling at the edges just to fit round the dome. Do I go so? We'll put that to the top. pop that on there. And again, so you could die cut your more clouds out and mat and layer them on the front piece as well. But that is, again, with sub box 49.
That is so lovely. What a joyous set of colours on that one.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing us that, Michelle. Loads of people, again, absolutely loving this. Absolutely great card. The dies are in my cart, says Auntie Penny. Mary says, so it's at Rebecca Redican CC, but I can't see it. The most recent one I'm seeing is people eating lunch at a table. Absolutely classic. It's in my stories, Mary. You know where my face is with the circle around it. Click on that and you'll see it. Yes, because it is just us eating food. KFC, if I remember correctly. Anyway, let's get a vote on the go, shall we, for demo of the show, and then we'll get on to demo of the day. Can you remind us what we've made so far?
I can. So, just bringing them all in. So number one was those frames with that lovely easel card. So that's number one. Number two was this one with the glitter, the chunky glitter.
Lovely.
Number three, again, those frames on that Gatefold card.
Yeah.
And then number four is the one that I've just done with the sub box 49.
That's going to be a tricky vote, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah.
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 Oh, that's good. It means I've done my job well.
Yes. Well, nice one. Nice one. I kind of got distracted by Irina saying, nice card, and Wendy saying, love it. So, yes, if you do want to seize the moment on that, it is your interchangeable scene dies collection. You're getting over 200 elements within this fabulous box, including all of the treats and treasures, essentially, that you saw the lovely Michelle using. $24.99 or $24.95 for you on that one today. That's not all that we've worked with in that, though. We also worked with our ink pads, didn't we? And we have got a collection of 10 ink pads for you on offer today. For anyone who hasn't used these before, they've got really good longevity to them because there's a lot of pigment within them. So they do last a really nice amount of time, and it's kind of hard, I suppose, to judge when you're watching it on the screen. But Michelle's using a tiny, tiny little bit of this to build up colour, so they last a really long time, which is why to get 10 of them for that price is really good. I'll tell you what colours you get in this collection. It is your Chinese red. Again, this is the kind of colour that you'll get when you use it. I've got your honey pot, your pink tulip, which is a really lovely colour when you pair it with your baby blue. Tonally, they marry up really nicely together. So when I'm talking about tone, I'm talking about sort of lightness to darkness. They marry up beautifully. I've also got for you your crushed velvet and your plum jam. Those two work nicely together. Make quite a moody sort of background, actually. I've got your fuchsia, your green topaz, your grasshopper, which Michelle was using in there, and your pale fig. So all of these colours you're seeing at the side here are the colours that you're going to be able to get your hands on as part of this collection. It is $46.99 or $70.99. And again, that discount on your screen, if you can treat yourself. Mary says, I found it, Becky! Can you tell that I'm not a whiz on Instagram? Do not worry, Mary. Neither am I. Mary's word at seeing the preview is amazing! Exclamation mark. It's really cool, isn't it? Anyway, we have got for you so many extra treats. We've had so many extra treats for you. Oh, by the way, we do have blenders and stuff on the web today that's on offer, just in case you do need your blenders, your daubers. I've got for you, one of the elements we've had today is our nesting dies. You saw Michelle in this show alone create two beautiful pieces with them, but there are we have done more demos earlier on in the day. If you do want the nesting dies, as a brief reminder, you're getting 3 of each of the looks, so rectangles with the crisscross, squares with the crisscross. I've also got for you Ditzy in the rectangle and Ditzy in the square. And then I have got for you your scalloped edge rectangles and the scalloped edge in the squares as well. All of that info is on your screen right now. Platinum price, less than £60. If you do want to seize the moment on that. We've had a winner through. Which one do you guess is going to win?
I think number 1.
Absolutely true. Number 1 is the winner. You keep that out next to you, and I'll remind you at home of the other lovely ones that we've had, so we can vote for our card of the day. I'm going to start off with Make From Show 1. This was from Wake Up Call by the lovely Michelle, and this was using our Decoupage Carnation die and stamp. So you've got this one here. I'll just show you the 3D-ness. We did some more decoupage in our masterclass, and this is the one that Michelle created for that one. So you have got, again, the lovely decoupage design on there with all that 3D-ness. And then finally, so that's number 1. Number 2 is the circular, and number 3.
Number 3. For those beautiful frames.
Number
those
3.
frame dies, frame nesting dies, isn't it? With those lovely Sharon Callis flowers on there.
Perfectamundo. So do get voting 1, 2 or 3. Whilst we are talking decoupage, flower stamp, this one I've just shown, isn't it? So let me just remind you, as we are talking about the decoupage carnation, we have had some elements that are different florals that you will cut out and build up. We spent loads of lovely time looking at these in the previous show, so do feel free to watch back on today's masterclass once this show ends if you wish. In this bundle, we brought to you our lovely lilacs. And for all intents and purposes, we've not seen them before. You are going to, depending on which way you want to do it, you're going to use your stamp on your papers, you're going to die cut them out, and then you layer them up to create 3D designs. We've got your lovely lilac, we've got your radiant rose, I've also got your delicate lily, and bringing to you the timeless carnation. We've got the fragrant sweet pea, and my personal favourite, the fabulous fuchsia. Again, as I mentioned before, we do sort of flatten them down just so it's easier for storage, but you can see just how magically 3D these are when you use them. They're stunning, aren't they? So today for you, $69.99, $79.30. If you wanted to get them at a platinum price, well, you can see absolute steal of a deal right down there. It's well worth treating yourself. And I would say that don't forget, you've got the stamps within here and the dies, and although it's quite, how would I put it, natural maybe to think, oh, I can only use that on plain card. Just as a reminder, you'll see here that when Michelle made this one earlier on, this is actually on our textured card, and it looks sensational. Also, actually, nothing stopping you from using patterned cards, pattern papers, such as you might get in that fabulous deal on the library today. So just always worth a little bit of a remembering that you can, because I think it is quite natural to think, oh, it's a stamp and die, it must just be on plain white paper, but most certainly not. Feel free to use it with that library, which again today, if you have just tuned in, where have you been? We're nearly going. But this is 65% off today, just to let you know. And if you haven't seen it before, or if maybe you've seen it and it's been a bit out of your price range, I doubt it will be today. Normally, we're looking nearly £90 or nearly $100. It's nowhere near that today. And I'll just quickly give you a little flick through some of these papers, shall I? Just so you know what you're getting, because you're getting 250 sheets of them. I showed you that one last time. Which one showed you next time? Let's show you this one. You've got 150 sheets of these 12 by 12s, and there's absolutely loads of versatility in here. You've got some that are quite modern, very Instagrammable. You've got some that are a little bit different and a bit vintage and a little bit sort of, I don't know, elegant, let's say. You also get ones that are quite frankly just so cute. Look at them. Oh, if you ask me, there's not enough papers with elephants wearing balloons. I've only just realised that. The balloons are around the elephant. It looks like they're flying. But yeah, we've got lots and lots for you to keep you entertained. 150 sheets in total. But once you've used it, the carry case itself is so wonderfully sturdy that you are going to absolutely love it, basically. So you're going to use it time and time again, day after day after day. So it is well worth a treat, treating yourself to it if you so wish. And again, your saving is dramatic on this. You're saving nearly £60 on it, which is wonderful. Do it towards yourself, Bex. So yes, if you would like this, now is most certainly your chance to seize the moment on it. I'll put the rest of those ones back in a momento. Demo of the day is through. What are you thinking, Michelle? What are you thinking?
This one.
Do you? You're
Yeah.
thinking card number 3. It was close, apparently. But it is demo of the day number 3.
Oh, thank you very much.
It is an absolute stunner, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's, we'll pop that on the, shelf of fabulousness.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, we work together too much. It's one mind. Now, I did promise you a little bit of a sneaky preview, and I'm not going to let you down. I've got a seasonal preview for you that you don't have to wait till December for. I am bringing to you a vintage snowman collection, and this is going to launch for you on the 4th of July. If you love vintage feeling, almost ageless designs, then this could be for you. I'm going to be mischievous and start with the papers. I'm just going to. I'm going to give you a little flick through of what you can expect to get your hands on in here. We are bringing to you 180 GSM on this one. And as you can see, you've got those sort of moody, deep tones on this. So if you do, like Michelle, love your dark blues, etc., then this is a lovely one for you. You've also got some of those maroons running through as well. These are the designs within there. Not stopping there, I'm also bringing you some A4 card, and this is a really lovely set. So you'll see you've got in some that are slightly pearlescent, but you're also getting ones that are just seriously glittery. So we've got some wonderful colours in here. I'll show you that one too. There you go, I love that one. Woo-hoo-hoo, glitter, glitter. So you've got all of these fabulous ones within there. You're getting 24 sheets within that pack. So again, plenty of fun to be had. 6 different ones in total. I'll put that back in properly later. And then I'm going to whip through these for you. So I'm bringing to you in this embossing folders, cutting embossing folders, as well as embossing folders. I've got layerables. I've got sentiments, including the likes of Merry Christmas. I've got little snowman characters that you can decoupage up. I've got ones for those of you who love to colour. We have got lovely snowman. I love this reindeer. He just looks dead happy with himself. I've got for you unusual animals here, like you've got that fabulous fox. I've also in this one got a little gingerbread man and a little baby stag as well. So loads and loads and loads in there for you to treat yourself to. It's launching on the 4th of July, and the thing I really wanted to show you, which is made by fabulous Liam, who works here, you'll know that he has his blog, and if you don't know about it, head on over to our website, is the thing that I put up on my stories earlier on. This will be shown on his blog from the 4th of July. Check this out. Look at how spectacular this seriously sturdy magical boxes that you could learn how to make on the blog. It's a treasure, isn't it?
It's amazing. This is why we fought over who wanted to show it.
It wasn't really a fight. I won straight away.
You did, yeah.
I said Bagsy first. So yes, this is what you can be learning to make. It's fabulous, isn't it? So if you do want to seize the moment, pop that date in your diary, do what me and Michelle do and pop a reminder on. Tomorrow you've got Wake Up Call with Debbie and Craig. You've also got another masterclass tomorrow, and we've got Creative Cravings on, and that's the swing card dies. Michelle, when are you next on, me love?
Oh, I am back on the 9th.
Okay, okay. I'll look forward to the 9th. Thank you.
I don't normally know, so I normally just say soon.
Soon, yeah, you do, you do. I am back in with you on Saturday, where I am in with Debbie Robinson, and we've got a Play Your Crafts Right. I've also got a craft along, which is with the Say It With Style collection. So that should be really cool. Keep your peepers peeled on socials for that. And then I've got Craft House, which is with Nature's Garden. So keep your eyes peeled on socials to find out more about that. For now, though, to the team, Michelle, thank you. Thank you for joining us, as always. And just remember, last few hours on this mega 65% off deal. So seize the moment whilst you can. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.